we're going to walk over here to Eric and see if he's got anything programmed for us. And so we can kind of give them a quick scenario on what it takes to actually do the patterns and then load the machine as far as when you program it also. So just going to give a quick scenario on what it takes to get this done.
Yeah, alright.
From the start, you got to do the pattern. I send you the patterns, and then what do you have to do from that?
You send me what you need as far as size, thread. I'll take it upstairs and I'll create a program and create a unique pattern for each individual lock. So I'll take it up there, I'll program it, send it down here, set it up in the machine, and run the parts off. So I got it already set up pretty much and ready to go for video.
Alright, so for sake of the video, we're going to do a little bit of quickie on here, but it takes a few minutes to go ahead and program this. So we're going to program this in there, and we're going to show you how long it takes for actually just one piece. And then we're going to take it to this. So go ahead and run that, and then program everything. So every single set has to be programmed. Not just one, not two. Every single key, every single set, every single pattern, every single angle, every single diameter, every single thread pitch. So we can go on and on and on with that. So they are custom, so he's going to load it into the machine right here. Just to give you an idea, just for the actual key. Alright, so there's going to be coolant running on this, but you can't really see it, so just to give you an idea of what it's doing. So here's how the machine will actually cut the part. And it loads it, so this is kind of the inside of that. We're going to come on the side over here and see if we can get a better view. Alright, so we're going to come in from the side view on this one, just to give you an idea. So the machine has to cut this, and you can't run it too fast. If you run it fast, it's not going to work because you're optimizing it and it will break. So you have to have that happy medium where you can run it fast, but you're not running it too fast.
Yeah, basically you run the risk of, breaking tool. Tool costs money, so the more tools you break, the more time it takes to put a new tool in, cut the tools off, set it up again, and also run it a little bit slower, getting it optimal. You're going to get a better fit for your pattern. So you're going to get a nice snug fit that'll make it virtually impossible to break as long as it's installed correctly.
And what is the max torque that we had on those? And we did that test a few weeks ago.
On the Army lock,
yeah,
we were upwards. I thought it was 300.
Yeah, 250. Around 250, 270.
Yeah.
It failed at that one. If we do a different pattern, we can actually optimize that also. So again, this whole time while we're talking, this is just one key pattern being made. So again, all of these have to be made individually and one at a time. We don't mass produce it where we have, you can't do it because you don't have multiple heads to actually cut it. So each one of these are individually made, manufactured to your specifications. So we have to measure every single one to actually get that on it. So the patterns while they're doing that, in case some people can't watch the whole video, this is the finished product basically. Okay, so all your patterns, the machine comes in, and right now it's going around, coming in and out to actually drill all the patterns on that. So we had to do the diameter, we had to do the little lip right there, we had to do the seating, the thread pitch, the length of the thread pitch, and that completes one set. So along with that, this is the key. So they're all mixed up, so I'm not for sure this is going to work, but just to kind of give you an idea how the key works, and while they're different, yes, we're going to get that in 2 seconds. This is locked here, this is a key, it will not fit. Anyone tries to use someone else's key, it's going to spin. It will not engage into that pattern. The difference. So we actually have one here that he's got. We just did this one yesterday, and this is the actual lock. So this is before getting coated. So we have to take them from here, after all this stuff is done, take them to get them coated. We can't do that in-house. The EPA, everybody else has got their own machine, everybody get their own setup for the coating. So you don't get this coat when you want to record. It's just a pain in you know what. So basically you're going to match your pattern up as an installer or a dealer, or even if you put them on yourself. They have to be exact. If they're not exact, they're not going to work. So you have to get it exactly on there. It goes into, this is the key ring, and this is the key itself. So if that doesn't fit, it won't work. Same thing with this key here. It's going to spin. It won't fit into that. It's a different design. This lock, it won't fit. It's a different design. This lock, it won't fit. It's a different design. Every one of these are cut and programmed. He has to go upstairs on his computer program, and we actually move every single point every single time, because you can't have the same pattern on a hole that's going to be different. So let's say you had a 12-1-5. It's a smaller hole. And also we have to worry about the torque. If the keys are breaking or were breaking like they were years ago, it wouldn't work. So it's taken years to actually develop the system, the manufacturing, and how to actually do the patterns as well. So we pretty much got it down to a science. We're moving on to a lot bigger and better things. We get our own machines, the whole nine. So in the meantime, again, Eric is the one who's programming these. Every single one, every single pattern, every single design. So we want to stress that these are not just your typical locks that are pressed out. They have a big machine overseas, and it's a mold. You can't really see this too well on this, but anyways, they put all the little locks in there. They pour the mold. This comes down, and it actually will press them. Comes back up. You got thousands of locks, and that's why they're so cheap. It's all the one that bends. It's a salted hot metal. They get a bunch of different metals, they melt it down, they put it in a mold, and they make all your locks. That's why everybody has the cheap locks and lugs, free locks and lugs. This isn't where it's going to happen. We don't do cheap, we don't use cheap metal. We had a less grade steel years ago when we didn't know about this. The parts were failing because the steel wasn't hard enough. So this piece is done right now. It just popped up, so that's taken at least 3 to 5 minutes. So he's going to open this up, he's going to pull it out, pull it off, and this is the actual key. Now this key is the installation key. The installation key is going to be the main key that they put the locks on with when you go and get them installed. They don't need to have a two-part key because they're not keeping this key. This piece either remains with you as a customer, you're not covered because you have an open key, because they had to put the locks on. Or it remains with the dealer. The dealer is responsible for it if this gets stolen or lost. Or you can send it in the mail, we're going to pay for your shipping, drop it in there, we keep it on file, indefinite. It just sits in a lockbox. So you don't have to worry about anyone else getting your other key. I will not send this key if I can't verify it's you. If your brother calls, your cousin, your sister, your aunt, your friend, I don't care. If we send the key out and that person takes your wheels, I'm responsible for your wheels. I've got to buy you and say, hey, Rimlox, you just sent my key to some guy, I don't know who it is because he stole my wallet, he stole my vehicle. It's not going to happen. So you have to be the one that's on there. We don't make extra keys. We don't set up for extra keys, because if we have extra keys out there, we give your cousin one or your friend one. Now your cousin loses it, now you've got yours. Where's your cousin's key at? We can replace it, but now there's a key floating around out there. Now we've got to worry about them stealing your wheels from the key that's missing. That's why we only manufacture 2 keys. So it's 7 pieces to this set. 4 locks, 1 key, the shaft, which is the bottom part, which I didn't say anything about yet, and then we got the ring. So your key ring is the part that literally stays with you in a little black box. The reason for that is everybody was like, oh well, you can protect my wheels, but what if somebody breaks my vehicle? We solved that problem in 2013. We had design years ago, but we couldn't get it manufactured. It was just too much of a pain. So we have the system down. Again, Eric is the one who's actually programmed every one of these. This piece here is your shaft that remains anywhere in the vehicle. Nobody can do anything with this. They can break in, they can steal this, they can try to use it. It will not engage into any pattern that we have. This is a generic cross pattern. It's not going to happen. Any lock that we have, any part that we have, it's not going to fit in there. And the same thing with this one. It's not going to fit in there. This one here, it's not going to fit in the same lock that we actually just made this. So this will say in your vehicle it's going to be sealed. The reason why we seal these 2 pieces, because it lets us know that it's been opened. So if you have a flat tire, you need to perform any kind of maintenance, do what you have to do, open it, use it, you put both pieces together, these have to be deburred, it forms 1 key. And you can see it also. So you got 1 key, and you don't have to worry about leaving it in your car. This stays with us or your dealer. This stays with you in your box. This stays in the vehicle. Problem solved. We've got 3 more pieces we're going to run here, but that's pretty much it in a nutshell. So again, all the program, we're going to watch him program this next one to put this piece in, give you an idea how that works.
Yeah, like I said, I already got, you know, the home set up and everything, but for each part we have to figure out where the part sits in the machine, and we have to figure out where the tools are in relation to the part. So we have to set all those homes up for each set. And it always is different between the different sizes and all the different ones we have. And I have to go back upstairs and basically do it all over again because each pattern is different. So once I finish this set, I have to go back upstairs and redraw a new set because every pattern is different.
Again, that's a cost factor with doing everything individual. We don't have the same pattern and just run the machine. If that was the case, we could run the machine like all of these, have a limited number of patterns, and have these things for $59.99 all day. So they've already got that. It's not working. So some people don't want to accept it. Some people don't care. If you want the cheap ones, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. We personally know the actual companies, Gorilla. We see them in SEMA. We know Magard, a bunch of good guys. So we're never going to downgrade anybody's product, but we want to let you know that those locks are outdated and people literally have tools and keys and techniques to get those off. And again, it's been going on probably 17 years now. We're just now getting to the point where we perfected this literally so that they are not stolen. We didn't put the guarantee on until 2010. So this wasn't like back in the day that we did this. We had to wait, we had to test it, we had to make sure that it actually worked. So we know that it works. We're actually getting a new website coming up, our own machines, new location, corporate office, the whole nine. So we had to make sure that everything was set in place and then it actually worked. We can't get a bunch of these things out there and every other week, every other month they're failing or wheels are getting stolen. We go out of business real quick. So again, this is really kind of insight on what's behind the scenes and how these things are made. If you have any questions on these, let me know. They are 400, but again, we do run specials. So right now, today and today only, I'm actually going to make a sacrifice. They're normally 300. I'm sorry, they're normally 400, but we're going to run a special today for 350. Today only. And I don't play with my pricing. I don't move them. If we have a special, we run it for 48 hours or whatever the time frame is. So after your 48 hours with this pricing, or your 24 hours with this pricing, that's it. It goes back to normal. And we have free shipping. So again, if you want to lock your wheels up for life, you don't want to get stolen, the upfront money, yes, it is what it is. But you're paying extra money for your insurance down the road. To add your insurance, you're going from 30 to 60 bucks a month extra. They're going to give you a depreciated amount for your wheels because they're not brand new. You drove on them. They're not, your tires aren't brand new. Your wheels aren't brand new. So why are they going to give you brand new wheels? In some cases they do. A lot of them they don't. We've heard people fighting insurance companies for years. So everybody thinks, oh, I'm just going to put on my insurance. I'm going to pay my $500 deductible. Not $375, not $350. I'm going to pay my $500 deductible and risk and wait for my wheels to get stolen. Hopefully they don't, because I live in a nice neighborhood. I have a gun. I got my AR-15 right now and I'll shoot his ass. It doesn't work that way. I have a gun. Everybody says that. You're not going to be up at 3 o'clock in the morning when it's storming out trying to sleep with your girlfriend, your wife, or whoever, and you're going to be playing commando watching your vehicle. It doesn't work that way, people. So let's get that to our heads. 15 years, I have not seen anybody shoot anybody for stealing the wheels. So that's, the gun thing is just overkill. I've got a dog. They're going to feed your dog. They bring food, steak, bologna, whatever it is. They throw it to your dog. He's going to eat that. That's his best friend. I have a garage. Well, they're going to break into your garage as well. People can't see them in the garage. Again, this doesn't happen all the time, but this is what we've seen, a track record over 15 years. So the insurance companies and all sort of stuff, nice neighborhood, It's not going to happen. The only way to stop this instantly, and also car dealerships, you know you're getting hit. Everybody always says it's an inside job. It doesn't matter. If you guys want to stop that, then we can actually put that to rest right now. So you can call Cormier Nissan out of Connecticut. We literally stopped their thefts from happening. They were getting hit every other month. Cormier Nissan up in Connecticut. That's one of our dealers. It's one of our main dealers that we actually literally stopped it instantly. They have never had this set stolen a few years ago after they ordered it. So we do have options for you. Again, don't rely on your insurance. Don't rely on them other locks because they don't work. So we're going to chop this video up. We're going to put it on YouTube so you guys can kind of get an idea and look at it again. I know we're kind of fast over it and there's a lot of information. Also, we're going to have a series of videos that are going to be on our YouTube channel, so you can subscribe to that. We have a new website, so have patience with the website. You know, you can order on it. Go to rimlox.com/pricing. Again, have patience with that. When you hit the pricing button, you can scroll all the way down on the next page. It should be set up that way, but it is what it is. We're getting ready to swap that out. So if you have any questions, give me a call, send me a message, and we can take care of it and get this thing ordered for you as soon as possible. Again, these are custom to your vehicle and your vehicle only. You're going to have the only key. No one will have the keys. The only patterns, no one has access to. They can't call in. We have strict questions, and we have questions that they ask. It's not going to happen, so we can't release the key unless I'm talking to you. To the end of the questions, this is pretty much it in a nutshell. You guys, thank you for watching. You guys have a good day.